Good evening, board members and folks watching on TV and our spectators. I'd like to call the Bamberg County, good Lord, the Bamberg County School District meeting of trustees to order. Today's October 6, 2025, and it's 6 o'clock. Next on the agenda is Pledge of Allegiance and moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's pause for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Our next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Board members, you've got an opportunity to review the agenda in your packet. What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we approve the agenda for the October 6, 2025 board meeting as presented.
Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Bamberg and Ms. Griffin. Do we have any discussion?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
I do have something. On page 3, under I.
The agenda.
For the minutes. Oh, we're not.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Chair.
We're on the agenda right now. We'll come to the minutes in 1 second, okay? All right. Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, and the motion passes. Next is the approval of the minutes for September 8th, 2025, September 17th, 2025, and September 25th, 2025. What is the pleasure of the board concerning the minutes?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes for September 8th, 2025, September 17th, and September 25th, 2025.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Eccles. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from all across the room. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I do have something.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So for the September the 8th minutes on page 3, under I, the last sentence states that the board approved Secretary Naomi Eccles. That should be vice chair. She's our vice chair, not our secretary. And then also I wanted to ask on page 5 and 6, for the first readings, for number 11, 12, and 13, should there be a note that says that that was for the address and phone number only? Because it looks like we're just doing a reading of the actual policy, but should it be noted for, it was an update to the address and phone numbers only? For those
As
policies?
far as the readings, but I mean, I can, it's just, well, I'll have to go on every single one to be consistent on all the policies, first and second readings.
I don't know if it's really necessary for the minutes, but I mean, how do the other board members feel?
I was just asking,
Yes, ma'am.
because the way that looks to me is that we were approving the actual policies and not that it was an update to the address and telephone number. But if not, I'm fine
Well,
with that.
I think the updated policies have the new address and the phone number. We've got several of these policies we have to do because the address was changed. And I think if you actually look at look at the policy and see that the address has changed, then I think that would be sufficient. All right, does hearing Ms. Sanders Govan's corrections, does anybody want to amend their motion?
I amend my motion to approve the minutes from September 8th with the correction to the update of the vice chair, and I believe the other issue should be fine.
Okay. All right, we have an amended motion from Ms. Eccles. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, we have a second from Ms. Bamberg. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And it passes, minutes pass. Okay. All right, next on our agenda is our school reports. And Mr. Ulmer, I guess this is gonna be the Mr. Ulmer show this evening. Seeing the principals are not usually here, but once or twice a year, I think, is that correct?
Every 4 months.
Yeah, every 4 months, once, every 4 months, every quarter.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this, we appreciate our principals. This is National Principal Month, and so we gave them the day off, the night off, because we appreciate them so much. But thank you so much for Mr. Ulmer.
All right, we'll get started. And as always, if you have a question that is specific to the report that's being read, please reach out to that principal and ask. Ask them, okay? And we're gonna go through these relatively quickly. You've had a chance to look over them. Like I said, if you have any questions that are specific, please contact that principal. Looking at Richard Carroll Elementary School first. Currently the enrollment is 685 students. Their discipline report is that they've had 37 write-ups, referrals over the last month. They have completed their fall I-ready diagnostic testing. You have the attachment on the second page of this. It shows you what those results look like. That is for English Language Arts, and it is for or reading and math. That I-ready test replaces MAP in Bamberg County School District. And that is a diagnostic test that's giving us a line to state standards, kind of gives us an idea of what strengths and weaknesses our students have, and allows us to adjust our instruction accordingly. So that's what you're looking at there, okay? And all that is in percentages that you're looking at. So, like I said, if you have any specific questions, yes, ma'am.
I would just like to say that I thought the scores were really pretty good. I was
Yes, ma'am.
very pleased and congratulate everybody there for working so hard. And also, I think the discipline, at first I thought, my gosh, 37 things. But it turns out that's roughly 5%.
Right. So if it was only one write-up for each individual kid, it would have been 5% of the population that would have been written at one time.
Right.
I looked at that too, believe it or not.
And it's like, whoa.
Right,
But that's pretty good.
right. So when you're talking about 685 kids, that's not bad. October 8th is their professional development day. That's Wednesday. That's October the 15th. Report cards will be issued. October the 21st is their SIC and PTO meetings at 5 and 6 o'clock. And October 27th will be Red Ribbon Week. It will be celebrated at Richard Carroll Elementary School. Once again, if you have anybody have any questions for me? Okay. Bamberg Art Middle School. Current enrollment is 178. 9 different referrals. That's 5% roughly too, Ms. Hurst. I did the math on that one too. They have completed their fall already. They've got their scores there for 7th and 8th grade reading and math. She wants to highlight progress reports, I-ready diagnostic family reports issued September the 8th. Constitution Day was observed on September 17th. And she goes on to say that everybody over there in the middle school got a pocket version of the United States Constitution. She says also that the School Improvement Council meeting will be held on Friday, October 24th at 7:30. Does anybody have any questions about that? Awesome.
I'll call them.
Bamberg High School. Student Achievement College Day, September 30th, 2025. Talks a little bit more about down in the back on the second page. They also completed a Mastery Connect benchmarks on September 25th. They have 384 students enrolled at Bamberg High School. They had 33 incidents, which accounts for 8.5%. And once again, that's if each one of these, if it was a new referral for a new student. It could have been that some of these students were referred more than once, so, which is sometimes how it happens. Talks a little bit about college application day on the second page. More than 60 students filled out college applications on that day, which was 9:30. They held a pep rally on 9/5, at 2:30 that afternoon, and they had a school-wide assembly on 9/25, which they discussed school safety. And we also announced the District Teacher of the Year at that assembly, which we'll speak about in a few minutes too. Future events at Bamberg High School: Save a Life Tour, October 22nd, about 9:30 that'll start. Red Ribbon Week, October the 20th through the 24th. That's various times during the day. Homecoming and dance, they're gonna have a homecoming dance this year at Bamberg High School. That's gonna be October 17th. That's gonna start at 9:30 and it's gonna go till about 11:30. So that'll be after the homecoming game. They'll have School Improvement Committee meeting on October 20th at 5:30. Any questions about what's going on at Bamberg High School?
What is the Save the Life Tour?
They have, generally it's the South Carolina Highway Department or Highway Patrol comes in.
Okay.
And that's when they do the distracted driving, the drunk driving. They have simulators. Democrat High School will have the same thing later on too. But they'll come to our school, they'll let juniors and seniors and underclassmen as well put on goggles. We used to get put on goggles and drive a golf cart and all that kind of cool stuff. But now I think they've got a simulator, which is a lot more safe.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many what you call them, the orange cones I ran over on the golf cart with glasses on. Demarco Elementary School, current enrollment 224. She's had 5 referrals. She wins the contest this week, this month. That's 2.2%. So, Demarco Elementary School First Quarter Awards Day Program, Thursday, October 16th at 9 a.m. They're going to administer the COG Iowa test to all second grade students, and that is to determine if they qualify for the Gifted and Talented program. That'll be done during October 13th to the 17th, the week of. They're going to host the Fall Festival on October the 28th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for all students and their family. And that event is free of charge for the students and their families. Does anybody have any questions about Demarco Elementary School?
Report cards, when do those go out? Is it the
Report,
same as Bamberg's?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And,
Report cards across the district all go out on the same day.
I thought, but I want
Yes,
to make
ma'am.
sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And the ready, whatever, is that also done?
That can, there's a window that is set, but each school has its own, they don't have to operate on the same day. They just operate during that window, Justin.
Excuse me, Ms. Rowland. I have a question about the COG AT Iowa test.
Okay?
Is that the test that is customarily used to identify gifted and talented students in the district, or is that an alternative that's also accepted?
I believe this is the one that we normally use.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
that's great.
I don't think that it's a new test.
Isn't it? I think that's the one that's required by the state.
Denmark Kohler Middle School. We have 133 enrolled. We have 28 referrals. A little bit higher than our other schools. Student achievement, Ms. Nevaeh Sweat and Shawty Murray have been selected to represent Denmark Kohler Middle School at the STEM Like a Girl introduce a Girl to Engineering and IT on Saturday, November 15th, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pretty excited about that. They're starting some intervention groups for pull-out support Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to support math skills, which is a weakness in our public middle school right now, and trying to address. She's also has 16 students that have been selected to the Viking Ambassador Team. Her Viking Ambassador Team is a all grade level. It represents all grade levels and is supposed to help demonstrate strong leadership potential, positive behavior, and commitment to school culture. It says these students will act as role models, assist with school initiatives, and help promote the theme Believe, Belong, Become by supporting both peers and staff in creating a positive and inclusive learning environment. Upcoming events. Second Wednesdays are SIC meetings. Tuesday, October the 7th is end of quarter. Wednesday, October 15th, report card pickup. And once again, that'll be across the entire district. October 15th and October 14th, PSAT for all 8th grade students. If you have any questions about that, I can answer. I'd be glad to try.
Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir.
This Viking Ambassadors team, that looks pretty interesting to me. At some point during the year, maybe
Okay.
after they've gotten a little acclimated to
Okay.
what they're doing, I think the board would like to have them come,
To the
or a
meeting?
few of them
Gotcha.
come to the meeting and just give us a short little
Okay.
talk
Presentation?
about what they do and how they help the school.
Gotcha. We'll make that happen. All right. Top centers. Denmark High School, enrollment as of 10/1/25, 172, 34 instances. Upcoming events in the first quarter is October 7th. Professional Development Days, October the 8th, which is Wednesday. Report card distribution parent conferences, 10:15, 5 to 6 p.m. I think that's next Wednesday. ASVAB testing will take place on next Thursday. Senior pictures on the 22nd of October. Save a Life Tour, which we talked about a little bit about with Bamberg High School, is going to be there on October the 23rd. And then they're going to their WIN career assessment on October 27th. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I don't know what the ASVAB testing is.
ASVAB, military kids who are going to.
Military.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Professional Development Day,
Mhm.
that's when all the schools come together for professional development, or everybody stay on their campuses?
Well, sometimes we stay on our campuses and sometimes we go to other schools. Sometimes we come over here. It depends on what's scheduled. We have Google Calendar. We use it in the district. Sometimes there are initiatives that the district has to push out where we need teachers or administrators from across the district to attend. And it's kind of a first come, first served situation. More pressing matters get prioritized. And when we don't have something scheduled at the district office or the district level, they may meet at different schools. An individual principal might have an individual training that takes place at his school or her school. And maybe an I-ready training. If there's an I-ready training, lots of times that'll be at one school and everybody across the district will attend. So there are multiple professional development opportunities where staff members from across the district attend.
I had someone present a concern to me,
Okay?
and they was concerned that whenever they have Professional Development Day, it's always Denmark has to travel to Bamberg. I'm saying what was
Okay.
said to me, I don't know.
Okay.
Is that actually the way it works? Does Bamberg travel to Denmark anytime?
Well, traditionally, a lot of our PD was taking place at the district office, which, as you're very much aware, has been in Denmark for the last several years. So I wouldn't say that that is the case, that we always have professional development in Bamberg.
Okay.
Do we have does the district have, or the schools have a parent conference day where parents can come in and meet with,
Last year, we had early release days, and on those early release days,
Mhm.
we had those days scheduled. We found out that on those days, it had a negative impact on attendance,
mhm.
and we moved away from that on our schedule this year. Most of your parent things now are scheduled for like report card distribution that you see, like Dr. Simmons has on schedule for the 15th from 5 to 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
Parents have to come in order to get report cards on those
Okay.
nights.
And so, are the teachers there?
Yes,
to-
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, that's about the same thing.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, you know, they're gonna come in sometime, but I was just wondering if that was the
Yes, sir.
case.
You know, we have open houses and all at the beginning of the year
Okay.
too, getting things started, so. Any other questions? Okay. All right, that brings me to the truancy report. Try to keep up with all my stuff here. Okay, truancy report. Things are looking good right now with our truancy report. It is still early in the year. This was as of last week, as of October the 1st. But as of October the 1st, we have 2 truancy cases at Denmark-Oler Elementary School, 2 at Denmark-Oler Middle School. Denmark-Oler High School has 1, Richard Cowell Elementary School has 0. And that's with a population of 688 kids. And Miss Lacey Kinder, I'd like to thank Miss Lacey Kinder, who works hard at Richard Cowell Elementary School, dealing with, she is the attendance clerk over there, and she stays on top of those kids and those parents, making sure that if they have a student that's out, they're not bringing in excuses, and that things are being coded in Power School as it should be. And we'd like to thank her for that. Bamberg Middle School has 5. Bamberg High School has 3. Just a little bit about truancy that's not on here. 5 unexcused absences during the school year is considered truancy. If you have 3 days that are unexcused, consecutive unexcused days, then you are considered as truant. Okay, and obviously the more you go, the more truant you become, and the more labels you have thrown on you in terms of being chronically truant, which is once you miss so many more days. There's different levels to being truant as well. So those 2 categories, 3 consecutive days unexcused or 5 days unexcused, could be all throughout the year. We'll get you labeled as being truant. So I'd like to thank Ms. Crosby for staying on top of that. She and Mr. Chikari Washington make lots of home visits, and they are working hard to kind of stay on top of the truancy issues. Does anybody have any questions about the truancy report?
I would just like to commend her because I had an opportunity, one day I was here and she spoke to me. I mean, she was very nice, and she told me that the school is actually partnering with some other programs. And this one other program she was describing, of course I don't remember the name, but does things like it picks children up and takes them to medical appointments for the school. And it looks like she's really reached out, or the district has really reached out to get help. I think that's great.
Mr. Chikari Washington, we hired 2 or 3 years ago as our social worker for the district. He worked really hard at taking care of our kids and our families too. So,
Very good.
so I want to make sure I acknowledge him and his name.
Yeah.
Did you have something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I have been seeing how Denmark has been doing their commitment to attendance and stuff, and seeing the kids come online and on the different posts that they've had to just try to reinforce attendance, and I thought that was really great. So
They can't learn if they're not at school.
you're
So,
right.
gotta get them here. Okay, so we'll move on to the athletic report. We'll give Mr. Robert Williams for just a minute. Once again, this is all from last week. Volleyball, Denmark-Oler volleyball team was 5-4 in the region. They will travel to Allendale Tuesday, play for 3rd in the region in a home playoff game. That Tuesday will be tomorrow. Bamberg volleyball team finished as region champs with a 10-0 record. They played Barnwell and AJA last Wednesday and Thursday. Playoffs for volleyball will start on October 22nd. Football, Denmark-Oler's 1-5. We'll host Ridgeland this past Friday night for homecoming. And they did. It did not turn out the way we wanted it to, but I think we had a really good crowd, and I think lots of people had a good time. So, Bamberg Earhart is 6-0, and we'll travel to Hardyville last Friday night, which they did. And they have an open week this week, and they will play again on the 17th, and they have homecoming on the 17th. And they'll play Richmond. Cross country, the Bamberg Art cross country team continues to work hard and improve. Currently, the girls team is ranked second in the state,
Looks good.
which is pretty impressive because we're competing against private schools as well. Tennis, the Bamberg Art tennis team is 7-3 on the year, and we'll play Orangeburg Prep in Woodland last week. Just has come out and support these ladies. Does anybody have any questions about the athletic report? Now, my report. I am pleased to share that Ms. Vanessa Glover Robinson, who's a math teacher at Bamberg Art High School, was named the Bamberg County School District Teacher of the Year. Ms. Robinson's been an outstanding educator and a valued member of our district family. We're excited to recognize her dedication and contributions to our students and school community. I would like you guys to please join me in congratulating Ms. Robinson on this well-deserved honor. Ms. Robinson's not one for show, and she does not like to be brought in front of a crowd. But I can tell you, she is second to none in terms of being a teacher and being loved by her students. We did get a chance to embarrass her last week at Bamberg Art High School during the middle of a safety demonstration that was going on in the gym. So she was not real happy with me, but we had a good time. South Carolina School Board Association Boardmanship Institution Recognition. In your board packets, under the FYI section, you will find a copy of your individual training reports, as well as a flyer from the South Carolina School Board Association Boardmanship Institute outlining the various levels of achievement. In line with this recognition, I would like to extend the congratulations to Ms. Cynthia Hurst, who has achieved level 3 status in the South Carolina School Board Association Boardmanship Institute for the 24-25 year. Let's take a minute to recognize her commitment. Congratulations. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your dedication and hard work to the district.
Thank you for letting me go.
All right, number 3, district, our school report card update. Just a brief update about our 25 district and school report cards. They're still embargoed until the 15th next week. When they do, they'll be lifted. We cannot publicly release them at this time. We will provide a more detailed review and discussion and the results at the November board meeting. So at our next meeting, we will present on our school report cards. All right, district enrollment data. You have that. As of October the 1st, 2025, we're at 1,775 students, which is down from last year at this time, but from 2 years ago at this time, we're in line. So we hope to maintain that number. All right. But I'd also like to remind everybody that we do have professional development this week. And Thursday and Friday will be inclement weather days, and we will be out of school. So, does anybody have any questions about my superintendent's report?
Excuse me, may I ask
Yes,
something?
ma'am.
Just, somebody commented to me a question about the inclement weather days,
Mhm.
and possibly wondering if the district would consider changing the calendar a little bit, so maybe the students could have a real fall break or something, by fiddling around, so with the 5 days at Thanksgiving or something like that. Is there a chance that it could be reconsidered in the future?
In the future, yes, ma'am, maybe. Last year, I felt like with all the bad weather we had and all the inclement weather days, we had what was going to be considered a fall break, and it ended up getting taken away from us.
Right.
And I think because we had already labeled it as a fall break and then we had to use it, I think we had a lot of people who were very upset who had already scheduled
That's a good
vacations and such, and we thought that if we called it inclement weather days this year, then it would be just that, and there would be no expectation that it
That
was
was the good
automatically
luck charm.
a freebie. So
Okay, thank you.
But we can definitely talk about that before we start working on our calendar again in January. Feels like I just finished the calendar.
Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions? Okay.
All right, next on the thank you, Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your work. And again, congratulations, Ms. Robinson. I remember Ms. Robinson when she was first-year teacher, and she taught all three of my boys. My oldest, he liked it so much, he took her twice. But I know that she's a fantastic teacher, and it's well deserved. Next on the agenda is our district high school elective textbook selection. Mr. Ulmer?
Came before you guys last month with a textbook selections. Back again this month. There was an issue with the theater book, and we had to find another theater book. So here we are. I'm asking you guys to vote on Theater 1, Basic Drama Projects, 9th edition, offer Perfection Learning ISB. I don't need to read all of that, but that is the book that the state has made available, and it is free for us to use, and it is what our principals have decided on.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ulmer. You've heard the recommendation from the superintendent concerning the high school elective textbook selection. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make, I'm sorry. I make a motion that we, approve the recommended selection for the Forest Theater 1 textbook, Basic Drama Project, 9th edition.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Eccles.
A second.
We have a second from Ms. Griffith. Any discussion? If none, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, and the motion carries. Next on our agenda is second reading of BCSD policy, section A, foundations and basic commitments, AC, non-discrimination, equal opportunity, and ACE, service animals, public. Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir. Before you have your Section A policy updates. This is the second reading for AC and ACE. These were merely updates where we changed addresses for the district office and the telephone number on each one of these policies for AC and ACE.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ulmer. You've heard the recommendation from the superintendent. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we accept both policy AC for non-discrimination and equal opportunity, and ACE for service animals for the public.
Thank you.
May I question something on that? The animal, service animal.
Could we do that as
We
discussion?
can, absolutely.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, well, we have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Bamberg. Any discussion?
Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar that you cannot ask what the disability is, but I am curious of, for instance, if somebody says that they have an emotional support animal, does that mean that that person, is receiving assistance in school for emotional issues?
Yes, ma'am. Before we'd allow a service dog in our district, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Or any other animal. Might not be a dog, it might be, could be a horse.
I caught that. Thank you.
I'm still confused about this horse thing. I mean, I just, is it a full-grown horse or is it a miniature horse? Or is it just,
Horse is a horse.
No, it's.
of course, of course. Sorry, I couldn't
That's
resist.
Mr. Ed, that's right.
Not Mr. Ed.
Is there any other discussion or questions? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, and the second reading for, section A, C, and ACE passes. Next on the agenda is second reading, Baldwin County School, Bamberg County, I know, I don't know where I am today. Bamberg County School District Policy, School Board Governance and Operations, BEA, live streaming of board meetings. Mr. Ulmer?
I'll bring before you section B policy, for the second reading, BEA, live streaming of board meetings, which we have been doing since 2019 or so. But it has become a law now and something we must adhere to. And this will be the second reading for BEA.
Okay, you've heard the recommendation from Mr. Ulmer concerning BEA, live streaming of board meetings. What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion that we approve the Section B policy BEA, live streaming of board meetings.
Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Eccles. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Hurst. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none, and the second reading carries. Next on the agenda is second reading of Bamberg County School District Policy Section D, Physical Management, DKC-R, which I guess is the administrative rule for expense authorization and reimbursement. Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir. As you stated, section D on policy DKC-R, expense authorization and reimbursement, update is before you, for its second reading.
Okay. All right, you've heard the recommendation from the superintendent. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we approve Section D, policy update for DKCR on the second reading.
Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Bamberg. Any discussion?
Yes,
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
okay, the last paragraph about the meal, it says, when a meal is an integral part of a meeting, conference, or workshop, the actual cost of the meal will be paid and will not be deducted from the daily reimbursement. So that means if we go and we've received our $35 per day or whatever the amount is, and they have a luncheon included, we don't have to reimburse the amount for the luncheon? I mean, if it came from Columbia, that must be what they mean, but
Columbia must be what they mean.
how nice, thank you.
What was that again? Say that again.
It's in a policy, I would think whatever they say goes, regardless of what our vote.
Oh, okay. I would say you're talking about the policy came from Columbia.
Yeah,
All right.
policy.
In other words, if we have, if the thing we do after the last meeting is go to lunch and then come back later, we've been reimbursed by the district for the lunch, but.
Right. And it says for overnight travel only.
Yeah,
Okay, so if you were going to a day professional development, a day-long professional development in Columbia or somewhere like that, and they had lunch provided, and usually, in the registration it has lunch provided, then you couldn't turn in another travel voucher saying that I've been to Hardee's and got a Big Mac. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, any other discussion or questions? All right, all those in favor of the motion signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And hearing none, the motion carries. All right, second reading of Bamberg County School District Policy, Section G, Personnel, GBA, Open Hiring, Equal Opportunity, Employment Opportunity, GBAA-R, the Administrative Rule, Sexual Harassment and Retaliation Staff, GBAC-R, the Administrative Rule, Discrimination, Harassment and Retaliation Staff, GBGAA, Service Animal Staff, GCLE, Unencumbered Time, and GCLE-R, Unencumbered Time, the Administrative Rule. Mr. Ulmer?
Yes, sir. Before you, you have Section G policy updates up for second reading. GBA, GBAA-R, GBAC-R, GBGAA, all have administrative offices. The address and telephone number are changed. And GLCE and GLCE both deal with unencumbered time. And the update is to be added our school nurses to those two policies.
Okay. You've heard the recommendation from the superintendent. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we accept the GBA, open hiring, GBAA-R, GBAC, GBGAA, GCLE, GCLE-R policies.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Griffin. We have a motion from Ms. Griffin to accept these policies. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Hurst is seconding. Thank you.
Okay.
Do we have any discussion?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Okay, it was on GCLE. It's the unencumbered time to add the school nurses. Did that also, I think it said instructional personnel. Does that mean paraprofessionals? Are they considered instructional? No, because they aren't really actually doing formal. Okay, thank you. And also, I did find a place where it says about the miniature horses. It's on, the one about the animals. Anyway, it does say miniature horses.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hurst.
You're welcome. Here, it's on, it's in the definitions right there.
Any other discussion? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. All right, item number 14. Second reading of Bamberg County School District Policy, Section G, Personnel. I apologize, I don't even know where I am. JB, Equal Educational Opportunities, Non-Discrimination. JIAA-R, Sexual Harassment and Retaliation Students. JIAB-R, the Administrative Rule, Discrimination, Harassment and Retaliation of Students. JJAB, Limited Open Forum. JLCDD, Service Animal Students. Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir. Before you for the second reading, policy J, policies JB, JIAA-R, JIAB-R, JJAB, and JLCDD are all up for updates. Administrative office address and telephone numbers have been changed to current address. So that's up for second reading.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ulmer. What is the pleasure of the board? You've heard the superintendent's recommendation.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Hurst.
I move that we accept Section J policy updates, JB, JIAA-R, JIAB-R, JJAB dash limited open forum, and JLCDD.
Thank you, Ms. Hurst. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I hear a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Griffin, from Ms. Bamberg. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, and the motion carries. All right. Next on the agenda is item 15, first reading of Bamberg County School District Section 1 Instruction, Section I Instruction. IJND, Artificial Intelligence Responsible Use. Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir. Before you, Section I policy, IJND, Artificial Intelligence Responsible Use. This is a new policy. You were looking at the model policy that the South Carolina School Board Association has provided us with. We have looked over it and looked through it and made a few changes to it. That is what you see before you. Concerning artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence, and open source artificial intelligence, and those AI programs that surround those different.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir.
Members of the board, you've had an opportunity to review this policy in your packet, and you've heard the recommendation from Mr. Ulmer. What is the pleasure of the board regarding this policy, first reading?
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Hurst.
I motion that we approve Section I policy on its first reading for IJND, Artificial Intelligence Responsible Use.
Thank you, Ms. Hurst. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Bamberg. Any discussion?
Oh, yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ullman, could you, tell us, or if you can, like, what specifically, was updated that's not a part of the model policy?
Seems like it was the last paragraph. We added the district does not assume any liability or responsibility for information, guidance, or advice obtained by students through the use of artificial intelligence. That was not in the original policy, but we felt like it should be in there. We don't want any student doing anything that may harm themselves. I think you probably all are aware recently where some student was using AI and he used that to actually commit suicide. Not here, not local, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we do have something in there that addresses that in our policy. That was the only thing that was added, was the last paragraph to the model policy.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hurst.
Okay, I have a couple of questions. On the first page, it's in the fourth paragraph. It's on the second line. The district will inform staff members, students, and parents, legal guardian, and the district's policies and procedures regarding the enforcement of this policy by posting them. Should it say this policy and procedure?
I think, isn't it, anything that's pretty much drafted by the state, we can't update?
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. Okay. And my other question was, the teachers must educate themselves about AI. With teacher permission, you may use AI in classwork, but you may not, quote, obtain improper assistance from AI programs to complete assignments, end quote, which would be cheating or plagiarizing. I just thought, if you're looking at the fact, and I know that the facts on AI are automatically 100% accurate, but in my opinion, there's a vast difference between copying a paragraph to answer a question, and say you want to find out how much a cow weighs, and you just type in how much a cow weighs, and the AI answers it weighs about 2,000 pounds, which I don't know, but to me that is not plagiarism. you know, mentioned the fact that you learned. I just thought that was a little strange. It's at the bottom, it's on the page when acceptable use.
Well, I think doesn't the policy mention something about proper citations? If you cite the AI program that you're using, I think you'll be okay. My question is, I mean, I was an old teacher, so I guess, I mean, I don't know anything about AI, except I've heard people say that's AI. And I don't know, we might have some veteran teachers that, I mean,
Yeah, but
how familiar, I mean, is there like a PD that, well, I mean, have you ever heard of a PD
Not a
for
PD that I've seen.
using
Most PD I
AI?
got about AI was when we went to the School Board Association
Okay.
law conference this summer. That's the only thing I've seen about AI. in terms of
Yeah.
PD.
Maybe somewhere down the line, I mean, I don't know. But I just feel like, you know, some of the veteran teachers, might need some, or maybe they're just like very proficient in technology, I don't know. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Porter and Ms. Romer, I found the other part about whether you can use this at home for your homework, and it's on page 2, prohibited uses, academic dishonesty. Students are prohibited from obtaining improper assistance from AI programs to complete assignments. When I
Ms.
use,
Hurst, I don't think we can police this thing
okay, fine.
100% ever. There's no policy that we're gonna be able to create that's gonna do that. At some point, parents are
To
gonna
me,
be a
this
little bit
says,
responsible.
if you're doing your homework and it says AI, you can't even look at it. That's what this says to me. So, okay, that's fine. It's a Columbia thing.
Well, I think you know, we want our students to learn. And part of that learning is practice. I mean, independent practice. And whether it's at home or, you know, it's in the classroom. You know, our children need to, you know, be able to do this kind of stuff. I think what sometimes happens is, they've got, you know, a high school student may have a paper to write on Napoleon or somebody, and click, and it's there.
Yeah, but that is not the way I'm reading
Yeah.
this. I understand that, of course. But to me, this means if you just want to look up one fact, where was Napoleon born? You better make sure that when you look on the computer, you don't pick anything that says AI, because it's implied that you're not allowed to use AI for homework. It's a it's a syntactical.
Well, I don't know how it would be any different than looking it up in the encyclopedia.
Because here it says you can't do it.
I think I mean, it's always going to be a gray area. I think that's kind of going to be on the part of like our teachers having the conversations with the students about how they're able to use AI within their classroom. So like if the teacher says like, you know, you have to specifically read a book to be able to do this paper or something like that, then, you know, then that's where it's like, okay, you were, you know, implicitly told not to use, you know, anything but books to do this research paper type of thing. But there, you know, I think it's like just kind of like the rule says, it's going to be between the teacher, the district, and, you know, basically being able to co-op and kind of formulate these rules for, you know, the classrooms in each specific environment to make sure that, you know, the kids are able to learn and use AI as needed, and, you know, as we learn more about how best to utilize it in the classroom.
Sounds like a wonderful opportunity for an in-service amongst teachers, because I'm sure there are a lot of people that have questions about that.
I'm just only making a point about the particular words that they chose. I think the words are more exclusive or inclusive, whichever way you want to look at it, than they really intended, but, okay.
All right,
So-
any further discussion? Yes, ma'am.
I just just some clarification. So this is coming from the state, so we can't really make changes to this? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we can make changes.
So we can make
Yes,
changes?
correct.
Okay, okay. I think we're, I went to the AI course at the state law conference, and it was very informative, and I think we have come a long way, and that we have a long way to go in educating our teachers and our students, and I think that AI literacy for both teachers and students is going to be really critical, and I think this is just the beginning of trying to sort of regulate the use of AI in our schools. I expect we'll continue to develop things as we go along, but I really think that after attending that course, it's going to be vital that we have some sort of way to monitor and ensure that our teachers and students are learning, the proper way to use it, because there are a lot of great advantages to it. We just have to make sure that it's being done in a way that everybody is on the same page and understand, what's going on, what the expectation is, and that kind of thing. So I'm excited about it because I think it's got a lot of potential. But there was one thing I noticed that, and I've reread this several times, it seems to be sort of conflicting, which is what I'm trying to reconcile. So at the bottom of the first page on this policy, students may, with permission from the classroom teacher, use AI in the classroom to assist with completing classroom assignments, etc. Well, then a little further down under academic dishonesty, it says students are expected to complete assignments independently and without assistance of generative AI programs. Seems like a bit of a, maybe I'm misreading it, but it seems like in the first section it says they can use it with these guidelines, and then in the second section it says they're expected to complete it without the assistance. It might be, maybe I'm just not reading it
I think
correctly.
the key to that is the students may, with permission from the classroom teacher, use AI. So if the teacher didn't give permission, then the child wouldn't automatically think, well, I can do this and do
Okay,
it with using AI.
okay. So,
And that's how we reasoned it when we read it too, because
Okay.
initially we thought it was very conflicting. too.
yeah, okay. So if this were to come up, as we were needing to enforce the policy, we
Right.
have a way to
ma'am.
explain that? Okay,
Exactly.
okay, all right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor, hearing the recommendation for first reading of IJND, artificial intelligence response use. All those in favor for first reading signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hear none, and it passes for first reading. Okay, next on the agenda is, I got it. Next on the agenda is first reading for Bamberg County School District Policy Section K, School, Community, and Home Relations, KF, Community Use of School Facilities, and KFE, parentheses 1, which is an exhibit, Community Use of School Facilities. Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir. Before you have Section K policies. These will try to edit these guys. KF, community use of school facilities. We added a time limit and no tobacco use to that under use restrictions. You'll see on the bottom of page 1, may limit the hours and days that district facilities may be used based on the availability of the staff and other relevant factors, and may prohibit some other uses that might be disruptive or damaging to district policy. We're proposing to edit that out, to delete that, and in its place shall read, shall have the authority to limit the hours or days which the district facilities may be used based upon the availability of staff, resources, or other relevant factors, and to deny or prohibit use by any individual or group whose activities may reasonably be determined to be disruptive, unsafe, or potentially damaging to district policy. All events conducted in district facilities shall conclude, and such facilities must be vacated and properly secured no later than 11 p.m. So that is on the first page. And if you move to the second page, look down on the third paragraph. Initially, it only said no alcoholic drinks will be sold, distributed, or used on school property at any time by anyone and in its place. We recommend the sale, distribution, possession, or consumption of alcoholic beverages, as well as the use of any tobacco, tobacco-related products, hemp-derived cannabinoid, or other illegal drugs is strictly prohibited on district policy at all times and by all persons. For purposes of this policy, tobacco products include but are not limited to cigarettes, cigars, pipe, tobacco, chewing tobacco, snuff, and all electronic smoking or vaping products that may be ingested, inhaled, absorbed, dissolved, or otherwise introduced into the body by any means. Okay? And on the third page, we added violation, and under violation, we added any individual or organization found to be in violation of any provision of this policy shall be denied further access to and use of any district facilities.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ulmer.
Yes, sir.
You've heard the update and recommendation from the superintendent. What is the pleasure of the board in regards to the first reading of these policies?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we accept Section K policy update for the first reading, KF, community use of school facilities, and KFE 1, community use of school facilities.
Okay, thank you, Ms. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Ms. Bamberg. Is there any discussion? Yes, ma'am.
It just occurred to me, did we go to the school board lawyer to ask for the help with the parts that are in yellow, or did we perhaps ask Mr. Boykin?
No, ma'am, we had an issue with, we had an issue last year where we had somebody actually use one of our gyms
Yeah.
and left it in a mess, and there were alcohol bottles found all over the place. It was not secured. There was a DJ who was hired. The DJ wasn't paid. The guy who actually secured the building for us left. And that's kind of what prompted all of this.
Okay, so somebody from our district wrote this part.
That was borrowed from actually, nope, yep, we did.
It's very well written,
We sat
but
down with that.
This has something to do with the financial statement. I noticed we had some big bills with the attorneys, and I
Right.
thought, oh, maybe that's why.
Well,
Maybe
no,
with these sentences.
I don't think that we really needed legal counsel for something
Well,
like
I just
this.
didn't know, and I was wondering.
I mean, it's a given that, you know, you can't have drugs
No,
or
I
alcohol
understand.
or tobacco on a school campus.
Yeah, that's fine.
And,
My
it's
question-
not unreasonable to expect the building to be closed and everybody vacated by 11 o'clock. I mean, that's just really reasonable. I don't see any reason why we would have to consult with any attorney over that.
Ms.
But,
Hurst, I will tell you, after the second reading, as we do with all policies, we have to send them back to the school board for final approval.
Okay.
If they do not like wording, they will tell us. They will say, no, you cannot do that.
My question really had nothing to do with what is written. I think it's excellent.
I'm sorry,
It had to do with,
Jessica did all that right.
well, you
She's
did
a
a great
fantastic
job.
writer.
But it had to do with, I noticed in the financial part that we had some bills from the attorneys. And I thought, oh, maybe this is why we had those bills. And now I know that's not, so I just wanted to know.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any other discussion, questions? All right, all those in favor of first reading for KF community use of school facilities and the exhibit signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none. And the motion carries. All right, next is our monthly financial report. Ms. Ms. Furr. Very good to see you again.
So great to see you too.
Yes,
So happy to see you.
it's a blessing every day.
It's a blessing I'm here.
And so,
So you have your monthly financial statement, and I heard Ms. Hurst mention that the legal bills were up. It had nothing to do with the school attorney. It is all to do with immigrations.
Oh, thank you.
So it's not the school attorney, it's our immigration attorney. We have an immigration attorney to deal with our international teachers, so that's what that was.
Can I ask you a question about that, Ms. Burke?
Yes, you,
We are getting rural recruitment funds, is that correct?
yes,
And are we still allowed to pay the attorney's fees out of the rural recruitment funds?
I'm using those funds to pay the EPI fee. See, we're using EPI for our J1s,
Okay,
because we have some J1s that we're using.
okay, I got you.
So we use, rural recruitment is used for EPI, some legal fees if we can. It just depends on the amount of money we have and how much we have to pay EPI.
Right, okay.
So, yeah. And as of right now, we can still get rural recruitment for that.
I'm sorry, say that
Right
again.
now, we're still getting rural recruitment. They are trying to do away with it though.
Yes, I
Yeah,
understand
so,
that.
but yeah, we use that for international teachers, totally.
How many J1s do we have? I didn't mean to ask
Why
that
didn't you
question.
ask that earlier?
Well, I mean, I didn't. I
Okay, so
didn't
let me
know.
see, I got 8,
That's a chunk.
possibly. I might be wrong on my numbers. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
by
that's,
my living
I mean,
situations.
still eight's a chunk of money.
Yes, it is a lot of money.
Okay, all right.
And then the 3 H-1Bs we just got, we actually worked with a company to get those as well. So that's a fee involved with using that company. These people are J1s coming off of J1s going to H1s.
Right.
So we work with a company that has access to J1s wanting H1s. So we're just trying to find teachers.
I know, I
And they are very
understand.
difficult to find,
I
and you just have to
understand
do whatever you
completely.
can do to get them.
I understand completely. Okay. You can proceed.
And I just have my 3 that are just coming in. 2 came in today, and 1 will come, what, next week, Jessica? Next week. So I'm still working through the process of trying to get some of the international teachers into the country.
Right, I understand. Thank you.
You will. Oh, and also, special ed is having a monitoring visit, and finance is having a monitoring visit as well. So this office is kind of crazy this week,
Mhm.
because we have a lot going on with the State Department being in the building.
All right. Anything else you want to share with the board? Well, I see on the check register, and I'm just asking, prepaid legal services, what is that?
That's a deduction. That's a payroll deduction. So
Okay.
somebody has
Okay, I got you. I know.
some kind of
Now,
legal,
That's what I thought.
Yep.
That's fine.
yep.
You don't have to go any further. Are there any other questions from Ms. Furr? All right, hearing none, what is the pleasure in regards to the monthly finance report?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion that we accept the finance report that has been presented by Ms. Furr.
Okay. Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Bamberg. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Bloom. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of accepting the monthly financial report as presented signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, and thank you, Ms. Burke. All right, the next on the agenda is visitors' comments. We don't have anybody that has signed up. Next to that is executive session. Members of the board, what's your pleasure as regards to going into executive session?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss the interim superintendent evaluation, employment personnel matters related to personal recommendations for hire, personal recommendations for resignation, and to discuss the related release of students.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Eccles. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Hurst. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will go into executive session for discuss interim superintendent evaluation, discuss employment personnel matters related to personnel recommendations for hire, personnel recommendations for resignation, and to discuss matters related to release of students. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we are now in executive session. members of the board, I'll entertain a motion for returning to open session.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion that we come out of executive session and return to open session at this time.
Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Bamberg to return to open session. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Griffith. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor of returning to open session say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. We're in open session. I'll entertain a motion. Well, first, there was no action for discussion of the interim superintendent evaluation. There was no action, or we did not have any recommendations for hire or resignation. We'll go down to C, matters related to release of students. I'll entertain a motion in regards to release of students.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we accept the superintendent's recommendations for executive session C to discuss matters related to the release of students, which would be for students 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay. Thank you. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second from Ms. Bamberg. Thank you, Ms. Bamberg. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. All right, board member comments. Ms. Bloom, you're new. Do you have any comments that you'd like to say?
Just a very informative first meeting, and I feel like I've gotten my feet wet, and I appreciate everybody's support on the board, helping me to get into the groove of things. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bunch, I'm sorry. God.
He said Brooklyn.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Ms. Bunch, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to, again, express my congratulations to Ms. Robinson, and to thank her for all of her hard work and what she does for our students.
Thank you. Ms. Bamberg?
No comments.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Griffin?
Just a quick welcome to Ms. Bloom, and you're gonna really enjoy the next couple of days. You're gonna find out how we roll when you get there. You will be busy, lots to learn.
Literally rolls, right?
Don't do it like I do it.
Thank you, Ms. Griffin. Ms. Eccles?
I did just want to say congratulations to Ms. Robinson. I enjoyed participating in the in Denmark Olar's homecoming parade this past weekend. I hope everyone had a good time. And also just want to say thank you to all the students and organizations and teams that have been supporting Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And that's it.
Thank you. Ms. Hurst?
Well, welcome to Ms. Bloom, and congratulations to Ms. Robinson. And Kathy, I hope you don't have to keep on rolling for a long time.
When the doctor says I can walk, I'm walking.
But I would just like to thank everybody for, during executive session, having a very open discussion. Thank you.
Ms. Sanders, go ahead.
I would like to say, congratulations to Ms. Robinson as well. Also, that we had a good homecoming in Denmark. It was very good, and hoping and praying for Bamberg to have a successful homecoming as well this month. And I think that's it.
Thank you. I'd like to say, of course, Ms. Robinson, if you're watching on TV, Good job, girl. I raised you from a pup. Want to also thank the principals. Y'all are not here this evening, but it is National Principal Month. And so, you know, principals have a very hard job, and we appreciate all the work that you do. And keep on trucking. I know sometimes you may get discouraged, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, I'm sure. We'll thank Mr. Ulmer for his hard work. We're through the first quarter. Time flies when you're having fun. Next time we meet, it will almost be Christmas and Thanksgiving. So, I mean, the year is passing by, and so far it's been a real positive kind of year, knock on wood. So thank you. All right, our last on the agenda is I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Ms. Hurst.
I would like to move that at this time we end this meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Hurst. We have a motion from Ms. Hurst for adjournment. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Ms. Griffith. All those in favor say au revoir.
Au revoir.
I'm teaching y'all a new language. Thank y'all. We're adjourned.